listening to the Fab Entrepreneur Show, and this is episode 31. In this episode, we're talking about how you can offer both physical products and online courses in your business, especially if you have sort of two different audiences for each. Hey guys, it's Mariah.
And I'm Megan.
And today's podcast, today's podcast is brought to you by our Launch Your Signature course student, Caroline Gunter, who has a really unique business that I can't wait to tell you guys about. So Caroline is a professional organizer, but unlike some of her colleagues who specialize in things like closets or basements or whatever, she specializes in photos and digital files. So one thing that Caroline told me before that I don't think it's in her bio that she wrote, but she told me that she helps people preserve their memories. And I was like, that is a beautiful, amazing description. She's like, I help people preserve and organize memories, which is so cool. So she works remotely. So her clients live all over the world. She helps them organize, sync, share, and preserve all their photos. But she wanted to help more people faster, so she joined Launch Your Signature course, and that's where she created her course, DPO Pro. DPO stands for Digital Photo Organization. Her course helps people untangle their digital messes with a proven organizing formula method. It works on any digital file system too, so you don't just need to use it for photos. It works for like any filing system. We should probably be using it for our podcast files.
Let's get that.
And you can find Caroline over at organizingphotos.net. So DPO Pro is the ultimate digital photo organizing masterclass. Takes you from chaos to organized. It helps you get a grip on your photo collection once and for all with proven organizing strategies and step-by-step instructions. You'll learn how to back up, sync, and share your photos, and how to keep your photo legacy safe and organized for generations to come. I think this is one of those like world-changing courses.
I love it. Well, I'm just thinking like I knew this was her course because obviously she's in our course. But it's like, why haven't I bought this?
I know. I'm like, it's like we need this so bad.
My photos are not organized at all. Like my photos are in iPhoto and like 200 other places. And I feel like my mom has like physical photos that we want to scan and save too. And
same.
I love
my family definitely has that. And like, I feel like, well, Matt has like literally tens of thousands of photos from all of our trips and everything. And like, it's like we need to organize them for sure. Anyway, so we're all going to buy this course.
Yeah, I was about to say, see you soon, Caroline. I'll be in your course.
You can check out DPO Pro at www.dpopro.co. So dpopro.co, that's where Caroline's stuff is at. And definitely check it out if you have tons of photos or files. We're all just living such digital lives that definitely check it out and get organized. You know, you want to back that shit up.
Can we put that on a mug?
Caroline's probably like, that's not what I would have said. But yeah, super proud of Caroline. Her course is awesome. Hers is one of my favorite sales pages of any of our students, and she did a really nice job with her sales page. So just check it out just to see how she's laid everything out because it's awesome.
Definitely. Well, today we are answering Becky's question, and Becky sent us this message. She said, "Hi ladies, I'm curious about how to offer a course while running a business that sells physical products. I'm an illustrator and designer who makes enamel pins and other flair, and I'd like to branch out. I've got a pretty good following on Instagram, and I'd like to teach people how to start and grow a pin business, but I'm wondering the best way to target the business owners who follow me without alienating my customers. What are your thoughts?"
This is such a good question. And I immediately thought of my friend who's like my oldest friend, Julie Malo, who I've done a webinar with and I've done live streams with, and you guys probably know her. She also created a course using Launch Your Signature course. So I think this is a really good example because there's definitely people out there who eventually when they create an online course, especially if you sell physical products, you're going to find that you're essentially creating two facets of your business or like two separate audiences within your business. And you're going to want to keep those things separate. You're going to want to keep those things segmented from each other. And what you're going to do at first is like tell your existing audience of your physical products and say, you know, you guys are my customers now, and kind of get a sense of who in this big group of people are the people who would be interested in also learning how I do this behind the scenes. And I think that this could happen in any industry. Like we're talking about physical products. Becky makes flair, which I just think is awesome. Like I want to have a pin business, so I need this course. But I think this happens a lot too in like other industries. I know for me, it was like, well, I was teaching about campers, but then there was a small group of people that were like, how are you running the business about campers? campers. You know what I mean? So there's always going to be a segment of your existing audience that's more interested in how you're doing things behind the scenes. So just know that that's totally awesome. They totally exist. The challenge is just going to be finding a way to segment those people off and like have them indicate your interest on a different email list or different segment of your email list. So of course, some of your current customers might be interested in your new venture, your new course, but not all of them will. So you don't want to rely on marketing your new course to all of these people, right? You want to definitely make sure that you're only marketing it to the people who have raised their hand in a way and said, I'm interested in this information. So what you would do...
Oh, go ahead. I was going to ask. So what would you do?
Yeah. So what you would do to actually do this is to create a separate course website with its own URL, its own domain, and this is where you would host everything related to the course. So freebies related to your course, but not related to your physical product shop. Or blog posts that are related to the behind the scenes of your business, but not related to things that your customers are going to care about, right? Or even like the course itself, like the sales page would be on this mini site that's just all about the course. Now, a really good example of this, again, is Julie Malo's SoYouWannaBeAFashionDesigner.com. So Julie Malo sells physical products. She sells clothes, she sells pins, she sells earrings, jewelry, accessories, tons of stuff, all things, retro, fun, flirty, rock and roll. So she's really awesome. She sells all this stuff, but her main website, if you go to juliemalo.com, it's all her physical products. It's all the clothes and the accessories and blog posts about her being featured in the press and like all things that people who want to buy her clothes would be interested in. Now, there's a small segment of Julie's audience, but not all of them, who might be interested in becoming fashion designers themselves. So she created this separate course website, SoYouWannaBeAFashionDesigner.com, that I want you guys to look at as an example of what I'm talking about, because on that website, she has a freebie that's like the free How to Become a Fashion Designer course. She has a free course. She has her actual paid course sales page, and she has a separate blog where she talks about the behind the scenes business side of running a fashion design business. So it's totally like different content and different freebies. And what you would do is you will periodically promote that to your existing audience, basically giving the people who do follow you a chance to like opt into these other freebies that are related to your course. So you don't necessarily want to be like, you don't want to necessarily force everyone in your existing audience to see this content every single week, but you want to periodically be like, hey, by the way, I teach this course that's about like how to start your pin business. If that interests you, you can go over to this website and sign up for my freebie so that you don't miss any of the emails about that. So that's kind of how I would do it, is definitely separate it so you don't feel like you're alienating the people who are just following you for your physical products, but you're giving them a chance to come over to your other site as well.
Yeah, I think to me this makes the most sense because of so many different reasons. And I want to go ahead and address like a tech question that I just can tell people are asking themselves.
Oh yeah.
Is like, how do you actually do this with your email service provider? Like, do you have to have 2 ConvertKit accounts or MailerLite or whatever system you're using? And I can't speak for every single platform, but the platforms that I have personally experienced, you should not have to. You totally could if you're the type of person that like needs that to be completely separate for your own sanity, go for it. But you can usually in these tools, especially nowadays, things are getting more advanced, you should be able to segment them. So you should be able to have like a way to have like, this is my segment for my product shop that kind of summarizes everyone. So when you want to email everyone who's bought a product from you or opted in through that site, you can email them. Or if anyone who's expressed interest in the course, you can have a segment that is all of them. And of course you could get more, you could go, what's the word? More
granular.
Detailed than that?
Yeah,
granular. But at least you could have those 2 high-level segments so that you could do all subscribers for either niche or business if you needed to.
Yeah.
So it is possible. So
I would start there because you might find down the line that like, oh, your How to Start a Flair Business course becomes its own beast, in which case you might decide, I'm going to create my own ConvertKit account for this, and I'm going to create a separate, school for this. I'm going to create separate stuff for this. You might decide that, but when you're first starting out and you're just trying to see, okay, how many of my existing customers are even interested in this, you're going to start building up that list. Just start it out as a segment of your existing email list, so you can save a little bit of money and just kind of keep it all under one roof before you know if it's really going to take on like a life of its own.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I hope that all makes sense in terms of how you would go about doing this. I just want to say that tons of our students are successfully using, kind of adding courses to their physical product business. So we have a lot of Etsy sellers and a lot of people who are selling handmade goods, who are adding an income stream to their business with online courses. So just to be clear, it's not that they want to stop doing what they're doing, right? They don't want to like stop making baskets or like stop creating flair or stop sewing clothes. They just want to also have this other form of income that it doesn't have so much overhead, right? It doesn't have like so much materials that you need to buy, and it doesn't need inventory in the same way. So for a lot of people who have physical products, you can totally add an online course teaching how it is that you make whatever it is that you make or whatever it is that you produce and create. You can talk about the sort of behind the scenes stuff in an online course and add an income stream without it meaning that you're like abandoning your successful physical product business in order to do courses. You can totally do both. And that's what a lot of our students have done, is sort of just see it as like another income stream that's a little bit less overhead and more passive than creating physical products.
Definitely. And if you want to learn a little bit more too about how maybe you could add courses into your business or what that would look like, we actually, the day this goes live, we will actually have our free video workshop. You will be able to sign up for that. Mariah, do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yes, you can go to launchyoursignaturecourse.com, and right there on the page, you'll be able to opt in for our free 3 video series. So we have this video workshop that we release like once a year, and it has 3 videos. We talk about like how to find your course content, how to find your course topic, how to organize your course content, and how to figure out how much content you should actually include, and also how to launch your course. So it's kind of an overview of everything you need to know, but we do go into the details, especially about like this process called copy stocking. That's my favorite part of the workshop. And so I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So just go to launchyoursignaturecourse.com. Make sure you go through those videos if you're interested in how you can use online courses in your own business.
Definitely. And go to thefemshow.com/31 for the show notes to this episode and to find the links to all the resources we mentioned, including that free video workshop Mariah was just talking about. And if you want to discuss this episode with us and our community of awesome course creators, make sure to join our free Facebook group at thefemshow.com/community.
And if you like this episode, you can subscribe to the Femtrepreneur Show on iTunes and leave a rating and a review. It means a lot to us, guys. And if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and remember to hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to go to thefemshow.com, submit your question. Just like Becky asked us a question, we will answer your question and give you a shout out on the show.